The northern extension of the main line is nearly complete. Once we've finally connected the metals, it's time to decide what kind of traffic we want to run first. Hey everyone, it's M4J here, and welcome back to From Steam to Electricity here on Transport Fever 2. Let me unpause the game. I'm sat here at Scarborough Station, which you may not get a bit of more of a makeover. I've actually done some stuff off camera as well. Let me show you. I've just realised this has a roof on it and it doesn't need to, but never mind. Off camera I did this. So now the Haltwhistle shuttle actually terminates in these 3 platforms. Actually it's supposed to be the 4, but I'm going to change that. Take out platform 4. There we go. So it's just 1, 2 and 3. I think that's the best place for it. Keeps it nice and cool. And we've got this extra set of crossovers and things with a couple of double slips just to make it a little bit neater and tidier. Very nice, very good. I'm very happy. I've also truncated the length of some of these platforms. I've left the space to extend them in the future if ever we should need it. But basically these are the really long platforms. So I don't think there's too much necessary here. Also, are you walking to... Oh, that's kind of cool, I suppose. I figured they'd walk through here and down. But I guess they can do the walk this way. And it works. Oh, it might entirely be as well the fact that I haven't built the footbridges back in here. Let me just do that quickly. And that actually seems to be cut off from the rest of the station as well, which I think is a bug. Not sure if that's intentional. Let me put that one there. And then these 2 can go like that. I think that looks a little bit neater. Yeah, if that is the case, that these ones are cut off, I don't know if I have the space for this. Can I fit some stairs there? No, because they have to go on this section. Ah, that's slightly problematic then, isn't it? Also this. So these don't have street connections. Ah. Well, that's interesting too. That would have been good to know. I might even add an extra platform on this side still. I haven't decided yet, but that's fine. The main thing is people can get to the platform still, even if they have to walk up the street, which is absolutely a-okay for me. We've now got to basically finish off this line. We've got to build the line from here out and over to Cockerhead over here. I think it might work better if we started at this end and built down. Not entirely sure. Something else I wanted to do, and I could still do it in fact, connect it up to here. Oh, that train's just arrived. Very nice. Got people on board as well, which is nice. Almost made a profit. It's a little bit on the slow side there though. Yeah, I want to build a rail yard. We could squeeze it in this area, I suppose, and have a turnback siding. That could work. Maybe build something, cuts across, goes up there like a head shunt, and then that's how trains reverse back. I don't know. I might just be barking up the wrong tree there. But this looks like a good area to build a rail yard. We could even then, in theory, have extra tracks on the outside here, passenger tracks, with connections to the yard there as well. I don't know. That's not for me to worry about today. I might just factor it in slightly when I'm building here, though, just so that we can, in theory... I've got to stop pausing the game. So that we can, in theory, get stuff in should we need it. Do you really only have 2 vehicles on board? This line. Yeah, we need more than that. You'll notice as well that I have unpaused the game in terms of the running time. I've also unpaused the game in terms of the date. The date is now running. If I show you here, we're running at a quarter speed. I think we need better vehicles. I think we're at the stage now where we need to start progressing again. So we'll see where that takes us. I'm just going to remove this road. Whoops. Like so. This is going to become a crucial part of the project in a second. There's going to be a road that goes underneath the railway here. So it makes sense to get that ready now. Have I not returned the vehicle thing properly? No, I have. Just wanted to see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. We've got to remove this road depot. That's why. Okay, so I want a road that runs straight underneath like this. I think that's a good height. That could possibly be too low, in fact. Let's bring it up one. We'll see how it looks now. And this is what I mean by factoring the fact that we may have to build a rail yard here in the future. So if I built this like this, will the railway bridge over it? No. Very annoying. Again, there are ways, mods and things that fix that, but it just seems a bit pointless. 4. Could just build it as the massive one right now as well, just to prep. Even if the other side isn't either. So I think that's got to be low enough. Yeah, it is. Cool. I guess we could do what we did over at Cockermouth as well and just build like that. Is it green? Yeah, I went with green this one. So we'll go with that one. There we go. So it's 1, 2, and 3. And then over here, it's exactly the same. 4. That's not parallel. What's going on there? So it does it to there, but no further. Interesting. 5. And then 6. Okay. So now, if I just build this a little bit like this still, just in case we do build the rail yard. We're building the rail yard. Slight spoiler alert. We are going to build the rail yard. It's just a case of where and when. But for now, we're just going to lower this down again and go like this. Cool. Now we're going to put this road back in. And again, we'll just connect it up to here for now. That's fine. Creates a bit of a tight curve here. I don't know if it's worth doing this to alleviate that. Nah, I think just leaving it all on one junction right now is fine. And then at this end, for now at least, we're just going to build it like this. Eventually it will get upgraded. Okie dokie. We could even, right now, yeah. Again, a bit like what I've done over at Cockerhead. Sweet. Alrighty then. So now we can start connecting these lines up. Now obviously, a smart person would do some surveying and stuff like that to see. I think for me, the best thing to do is just start building and hope for the best. So if I go across like this, we want this flat. Yeah, we could just keep curving it this way. Follow the curve that we've already started building. That would be smart, wouldn't it? We kind of want it to cross the middle of this road. We could go straight, actually. Straight works too. Now, I have a feeling already, and I'm correct. It doesn't fit. So we're going to remove this road. And we're going to build it back in at a lower... Or what we're going to do is we're going to build it straight across like this, and we're going to dip it in the middle. And I think even that is all we need to make this work. So if I now try this, yeah, it works, see? That one again, and we'll build it flat back a little bit. There we go. And this is kind of the last main bridge out of this part of town anyway. Now technically here, we could just keep it up on embankment. If the town does grow in the future, then it'll keep going straight like this, and then it'll just bridge over this road as well, and then that's nicely done. Already though, I'm seeing this road's quite high. I think to there. So already I'm thinking this isn't going to work either. It's not. That's fine. Yeah, I know. We're fixing it. We're fixing it. Slowly but surely, one step at a time. We're fixing it. So you drop down like that, and again, now I think that is all it needs for this to now go across. And again, I was right. It's nice being right sometimes in this game. It's not something that I would say happens frequently, but it is nice when it happens. Particularly in the Cinders Cup tests. It certainly doesn't happen to me much there. Alright, now we can build this one out as well. Sweet. And then from here, I mean, you get the idea, it's down and round. Technically, could just do that in one swoop. How does that look? That actually looks pretty decent. That does look pretty decent. So I think we're going to just commit to that. It's an expensive build, I'll admit, but it works. And then this side, we'll do this. We want the crossovers as pretty much as close to the station as possible. So already, actually, I'm thinking that I should redo this. Maybe like this. Bring it round. And then maybe come off this one. So bring this one in like this. And then this one, we'll keep bringing it across like so. And then here is where you diverge. That works, I would say. I'm not going to copy the design over here. I'm just going to use it as a reference. So yeah, it was these two lines here form those two lines, and then sure. So if I now quad this first, and then we'll build the crossovers. So over here, we actually have enough space for this to come across. And then we just have one 4-track bridge. I think 65 is a good number for that one. There we are. And then obviously this one over here is going to be one single quad-track bridge. And then just follow it in. Literally parallel the whole way. Bosh. And then this one will come out this side and we'll do the same thing. Snap it on. So yeah, as I said in my little intro at the start, we need to decide what we're going to run on here first, passengers or freight, because one thing Scarborough doesn't have yet is a freight station. So it's going to make life a little more interesting there as we try and figure that out. Again, 65 wasn't it? I said it was the golden number. Did I pause the game again? I've got to stop doing that. It's a really annoying habit of mine. Every time I start building, I pause the game and then I don't get any money coming in. There we go. So that's a little bit lower, that street, and I think that tree does actually grow through the track, which is less than ideal. I think there's a way to remove that though. Did I just say 7? That can't have said 7 million. I think that said 7,000, but there was another number behind it, because there's no way a bus just made me 7 million. Not a chance. 40. And then here, another 40. Oh, hang on. I didn't read the numbers properly there, I don't think. There we go, 40. So yeah, if we are going to run freight here first, we do actually need to build the freight station, which we're not at all ready for. And again, that involves a massive redesign of Scarborough, which I don't think I want to do right now, because we've only just done the last major redesign of Scarborough. That might result in some tweaks and changes. So that right, those two crossovers are done. Yes. God, the trains are going to go so slow. Oh, I haven't double slipped these. That's a good spot mark. Well done. These junctions look awesome. The way the check rails and everything are in place. It's a really nice job. I was about to say it doesn't quite work. I mean, here there's meant to be a point, obviously, and there isn't. Same there. The point blades they don't model, which I think's fine, because that would be a nightmare. It would be awesome if someone could mod that in. I don't know how you do it, but it would be awesome if you could. So I guess here we're just going to do the simple, you come over like this first, and again I think 40 is really the magic number for this one. And then this side. The reason we'll do those first is because it brings the tracks closer together here for when we do the main crossovers, which I guess are going to be scissors. So like this, and then like this. He says, with it not actually working. There. And then we'll just do another pair of crossovers, which we probably don't even need, and actually 35 is the golden number for these ones. There we are. Nice. And then we can build the signals, which I guess would be these ones in this case. So one there and one there. We'll watch where these get built. It's annoying that it cuts off just before, but I guess we can just add manual ones in. You might have noticed this actually when I showed the station off here in the last episode. The way the signals ended up working here was absolutely spot on perfect. Very, very happy with that. This side, I'm going to build these ones first, just to get an idea as to how this should look. Just before the first set of crossovers. Yep, that's perfect as well. And then here we will build the combined. Now, eventually these will be on gantries of some kind. Getting them placed right now on gantries would be an absolute bloody nightmare. It's not even worth considering doing right now. One way, yes. All the other stuff, no. And I'm just going to put them at the platform ends, like so and like so. We're done. We've connected it. Very good. Very happy. All the lines are connected. Yep. All the crossovers are in place. Now again, once we build the rail yard, some of this stuff is going to be a little bit obsolete. But I think here I could get away with building this as a double slip and then having lines spur off and cross over the road here. And from that alone, it will become a little more worthwhile. That's my thinking. It's good that we've actually got, yeah, freight movements. That's good. As for the freight, since I've just said it, I think that would go in this area as well, with just a road going up and somehow squeeze a truck stop in. Excuse me, I've got hiccups. You might hear me like every now and then stop talking for a second. It's probably for your benefit, mind, but there we go. So yeah, now we've got all this connected up. We need to look at getting a service running. Already I'm looking at this like, whew. The easy bit is the line, obviously. Haltwhistle to Scarborough. That's really easy. The hard bit is where to build the depot for it. Let's start off with the easy bit. We know the easy bit. So it's Scarborough, North Road, Stafford, and then Haltwhistle Central, not Y. Although we could go to Y for this. But I think Central will just get into the practice now, and then when the line extends, the route can extend. And then back via Stafford, North Road, and obviously back to Scarborough. Now at Scarborough, it's actually technically already on the right platform. So you're going to be platform 5. But you're also going to have 7, 9, and 11 as your backups. And then at North Road, it looks like you're already on the right lines, actually. So this one coming out, this one coming back, that's fine. That should then be the same over here at Stafford. Yep. And then at Central here, right now, 1 is fine, but you can also stop at 2, 3, and 4. It's very much up to you. Obviously, no passenger. Oh, I hadn't even finished doing that. So you are Pax. Scarborough to Haltwhistle via Cockerhead. Again, it's not technically Cockerhead, it's Cockermouth and Leatherhead, but it makes more sense to do that. And then you are via Toaster. There we are. So we could, in theory, just reroute some of the existing trains across. I kind of do want to build my own for this line. It's just the depot for this line is all the way over here at Toaster, which is less than ideal for this. Maybe we do then go ahead and build the depot, which might mean I have to re-record my intro, but that's fine. Don't mind doing that. So for that reason, let's start looking at adding an extra platform here, or set of platforms I should say. Come on, game. There we go. And I'm going to add an extra one there because we only need a small set of crossovers here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7. But I am going to add an 8th one because this is going to be the cargo area. But I'm also going to do this, and then I need to do this. And I really hope we've got enough room for this. If I get to the end here and it's like I can only build one track, I'm going to be very annoyed. Cargo platforms. I'll say even 2 tracks is enough for this right now. 5, 6, 7, 8. And that is actually the perfect length. Do I risk it and go for another set? Well, it looks like I can get at least one more in. This could work well. I'm actually okay with that. So we've got 3 cargo platforms in on this section, which means in theory we could do the same thing here as well. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could put smaller ones in, I suppose. But yeah, no, that kind of defeats the point of. Yeah, it defeats the point. Let's stick this in then, and actually here, I suppose we need the 3rd one. The 3rd one's going to be important too. Maybe just put one more in. Like that. And then this one. And then this one. Yeah. It kind of makes sense in my head, even if it might not in anyone else's. Sure. So the way this would work then is as follows. This goes straight across. This goes straight across. This goes straight across. We then recreate what we've built at the top there, at the bottom. So that goes across to about there. Yes, and then from here, I was going to say it is possible, I've seen it. There. Where the hell are you going? Try that again, eh? You're double slipped. I think that one I had already done. Yep, good. And then here, I'm going to do this straight across. But obviously, for this one, actually, I feel like, yeah, there should have been an extra track here, but never mind. So you're just going to come across like this. And I guess we will build it as a scissor, even though there's no point. And then this one, I guess it's just going to be a unidirectional thing. So you're straight and flat, and you're going to be that one. Yep. And then number 2. Number 3. Again, it didn't actually want to form a parallel track then. And then this one, again, exactly the same. And that one, exactly the same. Now here, of course, we need to do some rejigging. Whoops. From there, you're going to come across to here. Maybe there. Yeah, so it keeps the 40-mile-an-hour limit. This one's then going to come in 35, I guess, is a magic number for this one. If it's doable, or 30 even is fine. Maybe I build this one first. Yeah, that's fine. And then this one can connect across over here. I think that would look okay. Yeah, we get away with that, just about. And then, of course, we double slip that, and that fixes the error there. This track, though, this is going to be really tricky. And actually, this bridge here might have to be on a curve for this reason. If I take this back. So it'd have to be like that. The speed is all fine and everything. Yeah. And then, yeah, like this. Now, could we build this parallel? We could. Yeah, I've got to be careful what I do here because, again, if this is going to be a rail yard as well, then you've got to make sure all the tracks can get in and out. The thing I'm mindful of is the fact that right now there's no way for... Again, I need the update where you can build an extra track there, because that'd be so useful. Harder than it looks right now. I guess what we could do is have this as an extra scissor, and then here have this come out and travel parallel. Yeah, and then you connect in like that. I mean, that does kind of work, although I still need to get... It's not going to let me build it on a bridge though, is it? No. I mean, that... What does that actually do to the bridge? Does it ruin it? Collision. How did I get it just now? Oh Christ. There. It's not the worst. I think I'll live with that, to be honest. It looks rubbish, but I think I'll live with it. The main thing, as long as trains can use it, and they'll use it to get across to the right line and stuff, that's really all that matters, isn't it? Okay. So these can now be storage tracks built alongside here as the first part of depot. Depot phase 1, we can call it. It's not a bad idea. And then depot phase 2 will be this section here. If I could fit... I mean, that's... not that one, sorry. This one here is technically a depot. I've no idea what any of that means. Old Prussian bumper. Is that the buffers? Brake bumper? Yeah, I think that's the buffers. I'll just go with standard. This is the track type. We go with bullhead disused. no, and then no radius. How do you build it parallel? That's the question. I guess you build this first. Up to a point. Let's build it like that. And then does this fit? Or does it snap to? Yes, it does. That's actually kind of cool. Oh, and then yeah, these tracks need to be the rusted ones. Because it's a rail yard. Nice. Turn that off. So here, we're going to have a crossover. We can actually have a couple of crossovers. Yeah, so if I build some parallel tracks first, and then we can discuss the rest. So if I did this. So I want to put some eye candy down as well, if possible. That's cool. I don't know where the end of this is. There, by the looks of it. Really too much curvature. I was about to say that can't be right. Okie dokie. And then here, we'll do this, and then this can be a parallel track. Like so. Come on, money. Need a ship to arrive or something. There it is. And this one can scooch in like this. Although already I'm seeing issues. So obviously now, from here, this is going to go straight along. Stay flat. Yeah, like that. I guess what we could do with this one then is just keep it parallel over like this, but still have that crossover. So it'll be like this. Where have you come from? You're heading to Haltwhistle. I've not screwed this up, have I? No. And then you're heading to Toaster. We'll just do a reset on those. I have no idea what's going on with those. That's weird. Right, rusty tracks. Build it parallel like this. Again, I think we'll just have another bridge. We don't want this whole thing to just be bridges, mind. We do want some sort of variation on this, but it works. We've also got to connect the freight tracks up on this side, of course. Now, if I took away the tracks here and made these just normal rails again, that would be a big help. But I've also noticed that this here is actually available to use. So let's do that. Again, 35 is kind of the golden number, but if I can get it to 40, that would be great. There's 40, so that's good. And then from this, I'm actually going to remove that anyway. You are... Oh, you're non-functional right now, so that's fine. We'll connect you up to... maybe this track. Like so. Now you can be a double slip. And then this one's going to connect in. So actually, let's do this one first, like this. And I think this one can just connect to this. And then we'll do that one to there. Money, please. Thank you, boats. And then this one. So now in theory these are all connected up as well and ready to use, which is very nice. As for the depot, I mean the depot track could just connect here with the extra, maybe we'll turn this into a scissor. So I don't think we're going to have trains, it's getting trains out that's the main thing, not getting trains in, because we're very, very rarely going to be using the depot to actually store trains. Something worth remembering, Mark. And that is definitely a note to myself. So yeah, I think if we did this, bring it around a little bit. Like that. And then here, I think what I'm actually going to do is... What's the height on this compared to that? Oh wow, that's a bit of a height difference actually. So we're going to ignore that for now. We're going to build the storage tracks first. And then we'll connect them up. So this can be another one of these that goes all the way along, but it's going to stop short here. I think that's a good idea. And then we'll do this. And this. And then this. And this. Reason being is at this end at least, this one's going to come across like this. I mean, this one in theory could be a double slip, or this one, and you connect up, I guess that to that, and then this to this. And then that can be a double slip. That can be a double slip. There's no point in that one being a double slip. We'll just leave that one as is. Okay. So actually then, do we need this many tracks? Here's a question in itself as well. I guess what we could do is have... this one's obviously the exit track. We'll build it to there, and then here we need to build it. See, yeah, therein lies the first problem. This needs to cross over to at least this track. So I guess if we did this, so actually, hang on, remove that. Remove that. So we gotta do this, and we gotta do this. And then from here, you've got to cross all the way over. Like this. And again, that's a double slip. That's a double slip, which means these ones don't really need to be anymore, but I might just leave them. That one needs to be. This one probably doesn't. So we'll just do that, I think. And then these are going to become extra storage tracks. So I could just build them out as far as this. But yeah, the new problem is, from here, I still need to get this track over and over and over, otherwise the trains can't actually go anywhere. And that is the issue. Now if I use rusty tracks for this, it'll become a less ideal option for the faster trains, so it'll only be trains leaving the depot that would use it. But still, I guess what we could do is this for this set. Because you think about it, the depot is there. That's the actual bit that trains are coming out from. So it only needs to be this track that crosses over to there. But then we need another one to get them onto this track so that they can then actually access both sets of lines. So I need to build it somewhere around here, wherever it lets me, basically. I have a feeling it's not going to let me. And the other option is this becomes a double slip track. I don't think that is going to work. Ah. Hang on. Let's remove that a sec. Start here. Build it across. Gotta get this right. Yeah, I think it's just not going to work. So we need this one, definitely. If it wasn't for the fact that this is actual track, we could have built another one in here. But it is actual track. We could remove that actual track. I just think it's a faff. It would be so awesome if I could just squeeze it in. And again, having the three-way points, once that's a thing, would be such a game changer. I think the solution is to rebuild this. Which is such an annoyance because I was quite happy with how it looked. So that one there is fine, except it can't be that one. So I need to have... I mean, this one could just curve in like this. Like that. And then this could squeeze in there. And in theory, that's all that connected up. That one can then connect in like that. And then, I mean, that could come across like that if there was space for it, or if it could just squeeze in there. Or even if that was possible and have it as a double slip. Man alive. It's always one track that you just can't quite squeeze in. So what does this track actually do? It comes across... I don't think we need it. Because this track here, you can get to all of the other tracks from it without having to cross over here, right? So we'll just do that. And then this becomes the entry road for that one. It's not the golden number. Maybe if I built it this way, we can get it to the golden number. 35, I think, is the golden number. If we get it to 40, that'd be great. I think that's as close as we're going to get it. But if I build it there, everything's connected now, right? I'm pretty happy with that. So now all the other storage tracks can come off of this set that we've built here. I'm going to take these ones back a little bit as well. And now we can just go nuts. We don't even need that many. This is probably enough, to be fair. And if I was to now do that and that, we can then build this out to here. And then here it can curve like that. And then this one can just connect into it. I guess like this. Sure. And then this side, you connect, actually, this one first, like that. And then this one will come in first. If I could build it like ladders, it would have worked better, but this is fine. This one next. This one into this one. And then finally, this one. We'll build it parallel a little bit here. And then you'll cut in like that. So we've got the depot facing that way. The depot facing this way I was actually going to build here, but I might instead try and squeeze it in. I'll have to remove that a sec. Might try and squeeze it in here instead. So I think this would look awesome. Snap. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. In fact, I can actually build that a little bit closer to the road here. Got to be careful how I do this. I think that is actually fine. Right? Yeah. And then from this, you can come across like that. And then obviously here, have it as a scissor. Although construction not possible is less than ideal. Let's try that again, shall we? I think when it curves, it messes things up. That's a problem. There we go. Yeah, this all looks fine. We'll put some eye candy down. We'll put some signals down to force trains to go through it in a certain direction. But, in theory, that's connected in both directions. So trains can actually start running. Alrighty, let's do the signals, because they're going to be easy as well. We'll do left hand, one way, yes. So we want one of those here. But we also want one of those over here. We want a two-way there. And just for completion's sake, we'll do one there as well. So if I zoom out, yeah, you'll see which ones are which. For this one then, I want this one here to be two-way. Like that. And then I do also want to signal, or a signal maybe over there. All the rest of these are going to be one-ways. And it just stops trains coming down them. Because there's no... They can't get out of either end if they're one-way signals, if that makes sense. So like that way, you can only head from right to left. But over here, you can only head from left to right. So it doesn't work. It doesn't let you. There we are. So now we know which tracks are the bi-directional ones. We can come in and add eye candy, which I'm going to do very quickly now. And then we'll come back and see how this looks. Alright, so I started weeding and then realised... sorry, not weeding. Eye candy. I've done some weeding as well, that's why I said that. And I realised this is going to take forever, so I'm going to do most of it off camera, to be honest. What I really want to do right now is actually get some trains running on this brand new line. So I think that's what we're going to set up now. So I'm going to head to this depot here. We've got lots of money in the bank while I've been messing around doing all this. So we should have... I'm just looking to see, I think this one still is the best candidate for this. And then passenger, I want to get 2 third class if I can. I always forget which one we use. I think it's this one. 2 third class if I can. And then a brake van. Or a luggage van. Oh, you can carry mail. That's actually very useful. In that case, I'm going to do that. So we're going to say one of these for now, because I think 2 is going to be, yeah, 11 million. One of these for now. And we're going to stick you on the Cockerhead line. And out she comes. Now, obviously, for this, we're also going to say a runaround train. Like so. Boy, is she a beaut. So she's heading off now to North Road. If I check this... In fact, if I check this, we should start seeing... Yeah, Cockermouth, Haltwhistle... Stafford, I think, is the main one we need to see more of. Because technically these are all linked already, but once this is up and running, we can start removing the bus. I can't even see the bus at the moment on this line. Do we still have a bus on this line? Leatherhead to Scarborough. Oh, okay. Uses this road, that's why. And yeah, it's up and running. So we should now be able to get people from, say, Leatherhead to Stowmarket a lot quicker, even though they do have to change trains here. Stafford is probably the big one, although right now the bus does go there, but I need to move that quickly. So let's do that as well. I'm going to try and do this relatively quickly because we do need to start wrapping up the video at some point today. Let's go there, and then I'm going to build another stop. I want it to be on this road, but I think this road's probably going to be better, actually. Like so. And then we're going to reroute this. So instead of going High Street, it's going to go here and here. And we're going to remove High Street and Highfield Road. There we are, and that's our new route. And then we can come through and we can remove that stop and we can remove that stop. And if we can get freight down to the... although I don't know how that works, because I think freight is a cargo, right? Excuse me. So it'd have to go to a cargo platform and not a passenger platform. That doesn't quite work how I expected, actually. But yeah, we got people going to Haltwhistle. We got people going to Scarborough, Stowmarket. What's the other ones on this route? That is the last stop, isn't it? Yeah. Meanwhile, at Haltwhistle, we've got people heading up to Scarborough, Stowmarket, Stafford. There's Stafford. Yeah. So it is starting to happen. It is starting to happen. People are starting to make the journey. I imagine right now, though. Yeah, 28 minutes. That's pretty crap. We need a second train. Where is the train? Oh, it's coming into North Road now. Unfortunately, there isn't actually anyone here waiting, which is a bit of a shame. This is going to be a massive loss leader, this train. I can see it already. Yeah, that's quite a high running cost. And it looks really ridiculous running into these massive platforms completely empty, but that's the way it is, I suppose. We have now got people here, at least, starting to appear. So that's a good sign. And then eventually, once we get a second train, and then maybe even a third, things will pick up a lot more. But for now, I am going to do some more eye candy over here at some point. I can't promise when, but we're going to fill in these extra tracks, probably with freight vehicles as well. But right now, the priority really is just getting trains running and not having to worry about anything else. We've already got food coming over here. If we can get construction materials, goods and fuel, that would be nice. And then machines and food, as well as construction materials and goods here would be nice. And then, machines and tools we already have up here anyway, so that's fine. We can get a nice little freight loop going as well. I don't know what's going to happen with Stowmarket with that, though, because we don't actually have a freight station here, so that might be something we have to consider as well. I don't know. Right now, though, I'm going to wrap up the episode. So, thank you very much for watching. I'm just going to very quickly, because I just saw we had the money. Oh, we don't quite have the money. 1 second. I can't remember how much it was. There we go. Excellent. We're going to get a second train running on this line now. Sweet. Yeah, I'm going to wrap things up. Thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. And, of course, if you're enjoying the series so far, drop those comments down below with ideas for future episodes. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button. It really does help me out. If you have already subscribed to the channel, thank you for your continued support. Like I said, it really helps me out. Enjoy the rest of your evening. And until next time, from this brand new train trundling out onto the track here, I will see you soon.